All right, I think we're live here. Welcome to another iteration of Waconia Wrestling Live. Bringing you a special duel here tonight featuring our 7th through 9th graders and independent and a one-on-one duel with our friends to the northwest, the Annandale Maple Lake Lightning. And I'm joined tonight, this is Jeff Catherman with youth head coach, dad, car fixer aficionado, and overall great dude, Neil Voss.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody tuning in.
Known in some circles, HCV for head coach Voss. And I'm lucky Neil's going to join us tonight, so you're not just left with my monotone. So, Neil, how's the season been going for you? You had a busy day yesterday.
Yeah,
you're probably hopefully refueling on that espresso or that coffee.
it's
monster.
It's been definitely a grind these last 4 days here. With starting Saturday, we hosted that JV varsity girls invite over at our high school in Waconia, and then Sunday we went to the always tough brawl at STMA, big 48 team tournament up in St. Michael. Our youth team, pretty young this year, but came out wrestling hard. Surprisingly, we dropped first 2 duels, ended up winning the next 3, and finishing first place in our division, in the G division, and guess that equates to 24th place out of the 48 teams. So really proud of those wrestlers, the way they showed up and continued to stay active in that grueling long day.
Yeah, for those that families out there maybe their wrestler didn't go through youth wrestling. The STMA hosts the biggest youth team tournament, school-based team tournament in the world. They did
undisputed
Guinness Book of World Records entry and got it all blessed or something like that. So it literally is like one of the largest tournaments, obviously in the country of any sort, but in that brand. So it's a lot of work, a lot of effort, but that was the youth team is in a rebuild mode. A few younger kids coming through this year, but they're all hard workers, right? And you mentioned the Saturday Waconia invite. Thank you to everyone out there that goes back, listens to this on replay, and or helped out with that. That was a big effort by parents and the wrestlers, and we even had maybe kids that were hurt that were helping with tables. We had youth kids helping us table, towel tappers. We had missions folks, concessions. I know you and Jen, amongst many others, are very involved with the concession stand operations. And we also had a coach's room. So shout out to Lisa Marsh, Amanda Stayskull, Kenya Jonke, Cynthia Shorick, probably missing a few others. Lisa Olson on the hospitality room. That was a lot of work as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And nothing but compliments from fans and other teams on how efficient, how well organized that tournament ran, is, from matches to concessions to awards. I think we impressed a lot of people, and we kind of set the bar high for us over there in Waconia and running tournaments. So it was another successful day for us.
Yeah, there's no like partial effort running a tournament. We try to go all out.
We definitely jump in with both feet and just give it all we got.
Yeah. So tonight, I'm excited to see. I've seen a handful of matches, whether they're at the Rumble on the Red or JV matches prior to a varsity dual meet, but haven't had a chance to see all these kids in action. It's going to be fun tonight. Seen a lot of these kids through youth. Some of the kids I haven't quite seen compete before, and maybe that's the case for many of you. That's the goal of tonight, is to broadcast and showcase these kids who are working just as hard as whoever on varsity is aiming for a state title. These kids are working for improvement every single day, and in a few years might be a varsity starter as well.
Absolutely. And it's definitely fun for me. A lot of these kids came up through the youth program, so it's kind of cool to see them on their next step of their journey with wrestling and see how they've continued to progress. So I'm real excited to catch some of these matches.
So I believe we'll have 14 matches tonight. We don't have really weight classes, but we will we'll be sharing who's on the screen, at least for the Waconia side. We've got initials for the ANML side. So, yeah, excited to get started here. Looks like we did a little bit of a coin flip. You know, there's not really anything at stake other than pride from a team perspective and just individual doing the best you can for your team. But
and like we've preached from day one, you know, anytime you can get mat time, it's good learning time. So nice to get some live looks here and see where we need to improve. And looks like we're going to get underway momentarily. Looks like first up for Waconia is going to be Wyatt Shimoleski.
From Waconia, we have Wyatt. And for ANML Maple Lake, we have Braden Harden.
yeah, so Wyatt is one of our youth wrestlers that's come through. He's wrestled probably since kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah, I believe you're correct there. And we have his younger brother is actually our 50-pounder on the youth team who was in action this weekend.
He's got a couple of nicknames. I don't know if Wyatt needs to get his own moniker.
I think so.
Yeah, we call it the Little Chmielewski Butcher Boy because he likes a certain move, but also I think might be a future meat packing professional. We're still kind of filling each other out here.
Yeah, both wrestlers fighting for inside tie here, trying to work their setups.
Oh, so it's a headlock situation there. Nice shrug off by Chmielewski. He's going to get the early 3.
See what Wyatt does here. In the past, he's been he kind of favors that cradle when he gets in here on a good ride. He's got good grip, so see if he can get that set up.
There's the escape for Hardin. End of the first. Here's this really common position here. They've been doing it for as long as I've been around and been told that for many years it's this cross-face position. Will hook that ankle, the ANML wrestlers, and then try to go across the body. Cross-face can be a really painful position, and then we'll look for butchers from it or cradles.
Looks like what he's trying here is trying to get over the top, lock those hands. Wyatt's doing a pretty good job here, catching that top hand, bringing it over the top of his head, kind of immobilizing his opponent.
He's just got to find a way then to get those ankles.
There we go.
He's got to keep moving.
We got lost control for the escape.
I think we need to have Wyatt showcase that, show that technique. That's exactly how you defend that.
That was textbook. with that early takedown in the first and that escape that gives Wyatt the lead 4-1 here now against his opponent from ANML. In kind of on a deep high crotch here, kind of got extended out.
Wyatt's going with his own crossface, but he's got to hook the ankle if he wants to get points.
Yep. Crossface and break those hands here. He's down to about 10 seconds here in the second to score yet.
Nope. That should be it.
Oh, there's the three. And so here we go into the third, tied 4-4. Annandale's choice, wrestler choosing the bottom position. These 2-minute periods, we'll see how long Wyatt will try to ride him before he lets him release and gets back to his feet where they tend to be more comfortable.
You know, I'm really excited about this event, and it's been a tradition I think it's been in place for 4 or 5 years now. It started during COVID, and I remember Brian Hammerston first started with an iPad here, and here we are 4 years later.
There's an escape here, and about a minute left in the period.
Wyatt's got to find one.
Yeah, like you said, when first started with those iPads and the older cameras, I think we've come a long way with camera setup, a lot clearer, a lot easier to watch. So, Wyatt's in on a front head here.
Front headlock. .22 to go.
Both wrestlers showing a little bit of fatigue here, down to 15 seconds.
Shot from space.
He gets 2 hands on it here. He's got to try and turn that corner. Tough fought match there by Wyatt. Final score 5-4 for Hayden from Annandale Maple Lake. Looks like we got Logan Kleinknight up here for Waconia.
This is Vander.
From ANML, we have Vander Trumanchek. And from Waconia, we have Lincoln.
Lincoln is another wrestler that's come up through that youth program and found a lot of success as his 5th and 6th grade year as a youth wrestler. Ended up Min-USA state champion as a 6th grader.
Yep.
Solid wrestler here.
I think it's been, navigating the transition from youth to high school.
Yep.
This year, and competed Saturday at the 9th grade league qualifier.
Don't quote me on this, but I believe he may have finished 5th at that tournament, something like that.
4th or 5th, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
We'll see a couple of those kids here tonight. This group, 7th through 9th graders, finished first as a team. They kept kind of team points. that one.
Kind of in a butcher situation here.
Tulinchek has him in trouble here in this butcher position. So a pin there for Tulinchek.
From Waconia, we have Keegan. And from ANML, we have Avery Becker.
So this is going to be Keegan Hammerston for Waconia, and then Avery Becker for ANML.
Not sure if you at home are able to pick up the announcer here in the gym announcing the names before they come out, but we'll do our best to keep posting them on screen and at least let you know who Waconia's sending out.
We have the lineup card that the coaches have kind of predetermined. They have first names and last initials. So I'm gonna go look up. I'm gonna use my sleuthing skills and look up their roster on Track Wrestling, like most hardcore. We know how to get these things.
The handwriting definitely looks like a doctor's prescription. It's a bunch of squigglies here. Wrestlers haven't been known to be great spellers or handwriters here, so we're doing our best.
Yeah, Becker is a 7th grader, and Hammerston here is a 9th grader.
Got a shot in here on the low single. No points awarded yet. And there's the 3 takedown.
I'm not seeing a ton of Keegan Russell this year, but last year he had a very strong end of the folk style postseason. He was in the 7th and 8th grade NYWA state tournament, ended up finishing 6th. That was a big milestone for Keegan, getting on the podium.
First period ends with 1 takedown here for the Annandale wrestler, up 3-0. It was his choice. He deferred, and Keegan's going to go ahead and go down.
We're in kind of the last 2-3 weeks for some of these 7th and 8th graders, and from a competition perspective, for those 7th and 8th graders that are still looking to do compete in March after the high school season is over, we do keep training as a club, and we'll have some opportunities across. Kids can qualify for NYWA state tournament along with the MinUSA state tournament. Both are club association state tournament series.
Well, correct. Then right after that, that kind of is the segue Greco. Right into freestyle Greco, which has been growing here in Waconia a lot. And every year we're getting more and more kids out. And that's just a blast to watch and be a part of.
Yeah, it's been fun to see the development that really so much can happen in the off season. And kids that are really jumping in, like maybe you're a first, second year kid out of the 7th or 9th grade group, but they really are liking it. You know, it's almost a must-have to do that nowadays to keep getting better. And,
Right.
for those that want it, right?
and
Not
you
forcing
see it,
anybody, but
and you see it, helping
have-
these kids in the folk style,
Yeah.
side of things. The very next year is
Yep.
helping in them scramble positions, and
Right.
it's just another tool to have in your belt.
Yep. So we'll be sending out some more information on that, just kind of a little bit of a plug and teaser for those that are interested. About 18 seconds to go here in the second. Emerson's trailing here 6-1 versus Becker's pretty strong ride here.
Here again, you see that, trying to lock up that ankle, kind of that cross body ride that they're so well known for.
And one of the things I highly respect about the ANML program from youth through high schools, they have an identity. It's this they're tough kids, all positions, but they're really, really good on top, especially with this ankle ride to this crossface series. Yep. And they'll just go at it relentlessly.
Here we are again, and that, like I said, that locked up ankle with that butcher situation. Got both arms locked up. If you can get Keegan tilted here at that 45 degree, you're going to start seeing some swipes for back points.
Referee's holding 2 near fall there, so.
And a fall here with 53 seconds left in the third period. Now, something new this year, if you've been following along, you probably know, but a few rule changes. We now have the 3-point takedown, the 1 point of contact here as far as in and out of bounds, 1 toe, 1 hand. You're still in bounds, can continue to wrestle. And now there is a 4-point near fall. So if a wrestler is past that 45 degree mark and the referee starts his swipe, start counting 2 seconds, 2 points, 3 is 3. And now the new this year, 4 swipes is 4 points.
Yep.
Got Bo here, do a good single takedown.
Yeah, Bo Gelsius and Sam Austin.
Bo started the youth program a little bit later than some of his teammates, but what he lacked early on in technique, if you will, he's just as strong as an ox. I mean, he made up for it in his strength, and his technique is now catching up with his physique. So it's real fun to see him every match getting better, cleaning up that technique, which is just amazing to see.
Yeah. Bo's a great kid, a hard worker, and I think has a lot of potential in this sport. Continues to work hard, listen to coaches. The physicality is going to be there.
Yep.
Right.
And the thirst for it. He's always talking to coaches. He's always, what can I do in this situation, or what didn't I do in this situation? And he's definitely wants to learn his craft, which is on a coaching side, great to hear. He wants to continue to learn and figure out what's going to work for his wrestling style, his body type. So I got a power half going here, leg locked.
What I like about what Bo's doing here, he's putting a lot of pressure, forward pressure here. And see, like he's digging into the mat with his toes, pushing forward.
That's a great way to speed up that fatigue of your opponent. Getting that weight on those hands makes it real difficult to move on the bottom, really accomplish any kind of escape that you want to do.
Nice. He's in on a single leg, then he's switching to a double.
Yep, able to suck that in.
Fighting through a headgear that's not adjusted right.
Yep.
I think
So go ahead and got the takedown now. The official's going to go ahead and let him fix his headgear.
I think I saw a clip. Can't remember if it was on Twitter or something like that, of in which I think it was maybe somebody in Rutgers, or it was whoever you and I was wrestling. The other team's headgear fell off, or
it was Northwestern, I believe.
Yes,
it was a purple headgear.
Yeah, Rutgers Northwestern. They're looking for another replacement headgear, and the Northwestern guys brought over one of theirs that was purple, and then they're like, they threw it away.
Yeah,
finally found a Rutgers colored one.
Yeah, I did catch that as well.
Pro tip: always have a backup headgear.
Hey, absolutely.
You never know when it's gonna be needed.
If any of our youth wrestlers are listening, that would save me a lot of headaches. More often than not, we're scrambling or sharing headgear, and then we run into this where they're not fitting. Or
So Austin with the escape there, 6-1 now.
Will's got two hands here on this leg. If you can turn that corner, got about 20 seconds left here to finish takedown, but ref says no way. We got stalemate. We're going to start back over on our feet.
And they'll talk about Bo's performance the end of the year last year, youth team state. He was really coming on strong. He was last year.
Coming on strong. We were fortunate to have a lot of sixth graders on that K6 dual team. Unfortunately, they were all kind of piled up in the same weight. So Bo ended up actually bumping a weight class or two. And again, with his just constant learning of his technique and his strength, made him an extremely effective wrestler, giving up 7 pounds, 8 pounds at some of these things. And the weight did not affect how well he wrestled, or his, just being able to dominate and ride as hard as he does.
With a leg riding here now by Austin, but Bo did a nice job. He kind of fought out of that, and he's back to his base. He's got to keep working here. Don't want to hang out down there.
No.
Against these guys.
Hang out with your head down on the mat too long. Something bad's going to happen. The constant movement, make them follow you. Looks like he's kind of got a cross wrist ride on him right now. 2-on-1. Bo's got to work to that base, get a knee up here, and then he can hand fight. Working on a bar here. And you can see there, Bo is just sheer strength fighting off that bar.
Yeah. Bo is a tough kid.
Yep. Down to 20 seconds here. Official watching in close on that arm, make sure that we're not sliding up too high, making it a potentially dangerous situation.
Yep.
And there it is.
Nice job by the referee there.
Yep. You know, safety is the number one key here for these wrestlers. We get in some pretty awkward positions. We don't want to be hurting shoulders or knees. So that's excellent job by that official. That's the match. Bull winning 6-1 here after 3 periods. Did a really good job fighting that bar off, fighting everything that Annandale was throwing at him to get that turn late in that 3rd period.
For ANML, we have Talon Stuhawk. And for Waconia, we have Will.
Angles. Yep, I like the stock. Pass. Lower your level. Lower that level.
Bestie, an 8th grader, and Stuhag is a 7th grader for ANML.
He's got the cradle locked up here. Bestie's going to have to get long, fight that grip. There we go.
Hook the ankle, Talon. Hook his ankle. Hook his ankle.
Annandale coach yelling from the bench, get that ankle hooked again, like we've
Nice
talked
job by
early
Bestie.
on.
It's coming.
It's-
You just gotta be. You just gotta. They're not gonna hide it.
Nope.
But you just gotta. It's kind of like teams that run a zone blocking scheme. Take my favorite Iowa Hawkeyes. You know it's coming, but if their technique is so perfect, it's still hard to stop.
And you know we've as a youth team, K6 team, have faced the Annandale's team, and we'll practice all week. This is what they're going to do to us. And they are so good at it and drill it all the time. We know it's coming, and some of the rest of it, we still can't stop it. You know, so they're not hiding it. It's no secret.
A college team that's really picked up the ankle ride has been Penn State. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, Bestie does pick up the takedown here off the side of the mat.
Still
He might be getting back points.
I see some swipes here.
He's got the.
We
He
got
does get two.
two
Wow,
two
that was
near
a
fall
huge
here.
exchange.
Yep.
You got the escape, you got the takedown, and you got the 2-point near fall. 6 points right in unanswered there. Bestie, another kid, has just been really growing steadily these last couple of years. He's a super hard worker, has a really good just gas tank. Made it to the blood round last year at NYWA State, 7th and 8th grade.
So you got a bar locked up
Yeah.
here, bar wrist.
Roll through there
Got
by
a little loose and
Stu
nice
Hogg.
roll through. Enough for a 2-point near fall call. Again, as we talked about those potentially dangerous situations, Will had his knee bent back a little bit. Referee's right there watching and made the call to stop that move.
Yep.
Again, Will's doing a good job on his breakdowns, getting that forward pressure, bumping forward, getting that wrestler flat. Again, into that bar.
He's gonna get 2 more.
Another 2-point near fall awarded. You know, he's doing a good job getting them flat, getting that bar in. I think he's got to slow it down just a touch, make sure that bar's in nice and tight before he starts running around that head. You get it tight enough, you only got to take him over once, and good chance you're going to get the fall there.
Right, because Stu Hogg's just kind of rolling through once he starts going.
That momentum's carrying him through. Bestie coming up nicely, getting that escape.
Another way to beat that ankle ride, get to your feet.
Yep, absolutely. Like we said, you hang out down on the bottom too long, it gives them time to slide that
Oh, high crotch
Ain't
here,
going.
switching to a double,
Nice.
and he's going to catch
Another
him.
takedown. We got some swipes coming here. Referee holding 2. Another 2-point near fall.
We'll just got to stay in good position here.
Yep.
He's built his lead.
Working that bar again. See if we can sink it deep.
Hips down, hips to mat. Hips work up.
Again, got that bar
No.
getting a little high.
Keep fighting, Talon. No. Fight, Talon.
He's going right over the ear with it.
Yep.
He's going to end this match one way or another. See if he
Yep.
can get the pin.
It's either got to be a fall or he'll have enough near fall points for a tech here. He's got 30 seconds to settle in, and
Okay.
there it is. There's the fall.
For Rusty. Nice job. To bring the team score a little closer now. 15-9.
That was a great match by Will.
ANML, we have Elijah Doris and Waconia Jack.
I think this is Jack Karinke. And for Waconia, Elijah Dorse. ANML.
Nice little snap down here. Go behind for 3.
Let's stand up, Elijah. Let's go. Going forward. Let's stand up, Elijah.
Good forward pressure here.
Keep battling, Elijah.
Now, Karinke is a freshman here for the Cats. Dorse also a freshman. I believe this is Karinke's first year.
Let's say he's a relatively new wrestler here.
I've only seen him maybe wrestle once. I might have been the other night versus New Prague. But you can tell he's pretty athletically built kid
Yes,
here.
absolutely. Goes ahead and cuts him there. Gets back on his feet, see if he can work his shots. He's in on a high crotch here.
So there's a takedown there for Dorse. He's going to take the lead.
Down 10 seconds here.
Just
Oh, good. Late
escape.
escape here with 5 seconds left. Knotting the match all up here as we go into the second. Yeah, that's why you wrestle with a buzzer.
Yep.
You know, keep working. Time match here going to the second. Coney's choice. We're going to pick down. He's going to work on getting that hand off his head here. Fighting for hand control, working his way up again.
Nice
And
job.
there you go. He's got that escape. leg here. Good sprawls. Got to get those
Sprawl.
hips down.
So stay hips down.
Yep. Well, if you can stuff that head, break that lock here, and work his go behind. Staying on those toes.
Off the mat. 7-5.
You know, has been pretty successful on the bottom here, getting that escape.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
He holds a good base down there, like
Yep.
you said. And
all right, coming up again.
works and gets to wrist control on.
Yep. You know, he's sitting nicely on his heels, making it real difficult for that Annandale wrestler to lock that ankle up. He's bringing that near side knee up.
He's got 2 hands on it.
Yeah, there he goes, and there's his escape again. Brings the match within 1 here. 15 seconds left. A little high. And stuff that head in circle here, and he's got that 3-point takedown. 9-7 now, Waconia, with the clock ticking here to zeros.
Good period here for Frankie.
Yep, great period.
Frankie a little slow to get back to the mat here.
Yeah.
He might be kind of winded a little bit.
And one thing I've noticed, you know, from youth versus this.
Ooh, he's got a half.
He's got to get off the side here.
Jump that same side.
Jump sides. He's over the legs. You get that elbow up. Ooh, that's pretty tight.
Bury that
Settling
elbow.
in. Elbow down to the mat.
Yeah.
There you get your fall. That's a great win. Waconia fans erupted behind us here. It's a great win here for.
Good sportsmanship by both wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was saying is these 2-minute periods seems like an eternity. You know, coming from the the 3 1-minute periods. 2 minutes is a long time to be turning that gas on and giving it all you got. With that fall, that ties the duel up 15-15 with Miles here from Waconia coming up.
We got Tice versus Jarvis. Miles Tice out of Waconia here. We're around 152.
He's also a newer wrestler. Is that correct, Jeff?
Yeah, I believe he started last year.
Okay.
Yes. And I know Miles just from soccer. He played soccer with my son Will for many years. Both him were defenders, central defenders, and Miles I think is kind of transitioned to football. But this is a great sport of wrestling is to translate to football.
Absolutely. We see that, you know, we're getting a lot of, you know, maybe wrestling isn't their number one sport, but they're coming out, they're buying into it, and, you know, it's helping them with, like you said, it could be soccer, it could be football. Great for muscle building, great for strength, you know, not to mention the mental aspect of the sports world in high school. So, in on a nice double here. See if you can finish. Got a little bit extended. Still driving.
Good sprawl here by Jarvis.
Good scramble here. To climb, he's got to climb those hands up the back. There's the 3-point takedown. It's a good scramble by both wrestlers. Annandale trying to defend that. Miles ends up finishing that double for 3 here late in the first period.
Well, I think he's got a near side cradle here, I think.
If you can get that head in the hole or head in that side and locked up.
He had a great level change to get to that leg attack. And he just didn't give up on it. He kept following it through.
It's Annandale's choice. They went ahead and deferred. Miles is going to go ahead and choose bottom.
Forward, get on your toes. Yes.
Looks like we might have a cradle locked up here.
Big step. Big step.
Miles getting long, fighting those hands, breaking that lock.
Go.
Good cradle defense there.
Good. Let you get dressed here. Keep that wrist across.
Miles has got to build his base.
Toes. Pressure. On the wrist again. Pressure. There you go.
No, Jarvis has that cross wrist.
Cross wrist. Kind of was working a ball and chain there for a minute.
He's got to attack that top hand.
He's got a hold of it. He's got to kind of build, bring it over the top of his head.
He's got to get his head up.
Yep.
Hang your head. They're going to slip that other arm through and lock it up. So now he's getting better. He's got to get his feet underneath him. Nice job. And those are the new out of bounds rules helping out there.
Coming into play.
Miles kept wrestling on the edge there and got the escape. Jarvis made him work for it.
Down to about 20 seconds here in the second. Miles up 4-0. You know, and like you said, with that new out of bounds rule, you know, you're going to see a lot of wrestling on the edge of the mat. You know, a lot of points scored there. And that's how we end the second, 4-0 Miles. It'll be Annandale's choice.
See Miles' skills on top here. Nice return.
Mat return there, yep. Got his hips low, was able to elevate those legs off the mat. Also,
He's got
fireman's kind of
right, like a slow motion's fireman's. Right there.
Circle behind here and feet are off.
Miles is still in control.
Yep, start back in that referee's position.
Got a minute off the clock, and even if Miles hasn't scored in this last minute, he's allowed Jarvis not to score. He's controlling position. He's wearing him down.
Absolutely.
This is why you need to develop these top skills. Because so much of this sport is about being in a good position, staying in control.
Yeah. And that's when that frustration, you know, you're on the bottom, you're doing everything you can to get away, and you're just, you know, frustration sets in, and that's when mistakes happen. You get out of position. Miles got a bar wrist locked up here.
Oh, very flexible shoulders here for Jarvis.
Absolutely.
Miles keeping that elbow deep.
Yeah. Trying to
go right over that
ear. Yep. There it is. Hand slipped a little, almost went into a chicken wing position, so they go ahead and stop for potentially dangerous.
But he did a good job there, just not rushing it.
Yep.
Just keeping it deep. He's got to try to, I think his goal has got to be to ride out this period, ride out this match.
Yep. We're down to 15 seconds here. Just got to stay in good position. You know, if he's going to give up a point here, he's got to be ready for that re-attack in a hurry. Doesn't look like there's going to be enough time in this match for that to happen. That's a great win by Miles.
Yeah, nice job. Well, gives Jarvis a point.
Yeah, at the end of the match, there was a clasping technical violation, so the match will end 4-1, but all in all, great match by Miles.
From ANML, we have Braden Harden, and from Waconia, we have Nolan.
I think this is the second match for Harden.
Okay, another new Waconia wrestler here in Nolan. Takedown here at the near side of the mat. Cradle locked up. And the old wrestler here needs to get hip to hip. Nice job breaking that lock. Kind of hard to tell from our angle. Looks like he's got a bar locked up, bar wrist. And fall there. He had that bar pretty deep, pretty tough to defend once you get turned there. Looks like Max Miller coming up here for Waconia. Max, I believe, just qualified for the 9th grade state tournament this past Saturday over in Hutchinson.
You have not had a chance to see Max wrestle a lot this year, but it's been a long road. What a long, strange trip it's been for Max Miller.
Fighting
injuries last year, you know, pretty serious injury.
Yes,
and it's been great to see him climbing back to. You know, he's really passionate about sport, and and his brother Blake's one of the starters on the varsity. Just a year older than him, and then he's got two brothers, two up and comers, little guys, that are kind of ankle biters right now, but they're gonna be coming through. Michael and Lockie.
Yep, we've got them in the junior grapplers program right now.
And tonight, Max is getting a night off from coaching in the junior grapplers.
Yep,
he's been one of our volunteer helpers along with Blake. So
yep, absolutely.
Shout out to the junior grapplers program. They're culminating practice tonight.
Yep.
May they all exert all the possible energy they can on Mr. Matosha.
Yes.
Oh, there's a shot. Kind of outside single. Sucking it in.
You gotta... Kind of stalled out a little bit there once he got to the leg. Now he's got that head on the outside, running his feet, and that's textbook how you finish it, Get that head to the outside, keep moving those feet, and turn that corner.
Yeah, we have a lot of kids get stuck down there, and doing what Max did is one of the cures.
And, that's where you end up starting that fatigue. You're burning a lot of gas just hanging onto that leg with your opponent laying on top of you. So with that late takedown and escape, we've got 3-1 Miller.
In these duels, and whenever I'm content, I like try to bring in fun stories, and Max has 1,000 of them. But one of my favorites is when he was a sixth grader. We didn't have Neil. I don't think we had a heavyweight that year, so
No.
he's around 120 and functioned as our heavyweight
Yep.
most of the time. And in one of the duels, it was the regional duel against Becker, who had to make weight. Like we had to reweigh him on the scale like 5 times.
There's
barely made 215.
There's a
and Max beat him.
215 max weight there, and Max could have been giving up 75 to 100 pounds.
Yep, and I don't think he pinned him, but he won pretty handily.
Yep.
And kind of shows you the passion that Max wrestles with, and never complained, was always ready for any challenge.
And I don't even believe the duel was on the line at that point, and
Right.
we had to ask him multiple times. He was
Like,
begging us to go out and wrestle.
Right, that's a very important point.
It's like we do not need to do this. We do not need to wrestle here. You know, this might not even be safe, Max. And I don't know. Maybe he got some salesmanship from Nate, because he sold us on letting him go out there, and he took care of business. Here's wrist half.
Elbow up.
Oh. Jumping sides, getting the half in on this side. Sink that elbow down to the mat, and there's your fall.
Ninth grade state qualifier doing ninth grade state qualifier things.
Yeah, that's right. That's
nice job by Max Miller. I'm glad to have him back.
From ANML, we have Hayden Platt, and from Waconia, we have Jack.
So we got Karinke out with it for his second match of the night here. He is up against Caden Klatt.
early takedown. A little bit high here. He's got to cover those hips, regain control. And Dale's doing a pretty good job here keeping his base.
He's got a half.
He's got that wrist half. Hard to tell from here, but I think that hand slipped out.
Right.
You got to really get that hand deep on top of the head and get that elbow up.
I think we should have Marissa Moyer do a little wrist half demo.
Yep.
Maybe we can ink her in a clinic this summer. She does not waste any time whatsoever finding the wrist half.
Nope, that is.
Again,
I'd love to see it.
You know it's coming. You can't stop it if you're that good at it.
That's right. You know, it's effective. We're seeing it, you know, at the high school level. You see it at the collegiate level. And if you can get it in there tight, that's pretty difficult to stop. Do want to be a little careful when you get some of these more experienced wrestlers. You saw there he was.
He's got to bail out here.
Yep.
Got out of position. Things can happen fast.
Yep.
There's a pin there for Klatt. And we're moving on.
Colin Mavison coming up, and I believe they said Tommy Levi.
And from Waconia, we have Colin.
Yes, you're right. I must have seen this guy before.
Colin also was injured earlier in the year. I believe he's out with a broken foot.
I think that's right, yeah.
Colin here, early takedown. He's another wrestler that came up through that K6 youth program.
Eighth grader.
Off the mat. We'll get a restart.
Doesn't look like a natural blonde. you would know, Neil. You've been
Yeah,
doing some hair dye.
Well, we'll keep our secrets to ourselves.
Yeah, I think Colin and some of his buddies did some hair dye in the fall, and it's kind of continued to be that way.
Yep.
Stayed with it.
They figured, why wait till the state tournament, right?
I
Let's
wouldn't
do it
know.
early.
I wouldn't know. They say blondes have the most fun. I wouldn't know that though. I've heard it. There's a pin for Mavison.
Nice.
This has been a
53-second fall there for Mavison.
back and forth duel here, Neil. Back. You can take the lead again. Okay. Hammerston coming back for his encore.
Out that last fall by Mavison, that puts Waconia up in the duel 30-27. 6 points for a fall, 5 points for a tech fall, 4 for a major decision, and 3 for a decision.
Now wrestling, we have Evan Googles from ANML, and from Waconia, we have Keegan.
Kind of going with like Brazil or Prince. We're just going with one name.
Yep.
Titles
Share.
now for the Waconia wrestlers. From here on forward, I like it.
If you don't know, now you do.
Keegan, the artist formerly known as Keegan Hammerston.
Oh, a nice little slide by.
And he has a cross wrist
Yep.
now.
And that tends to translate, like we've talked all evening with Annandale's, that leg lock and that cross wrist, that cross body ride. When you're good on the top with it, you tend to be good at getting out on the bottom when you're practicing these moves in the room with your teammates. You also learn to defend those moves that you're so good at.
Yep. So we have just 2 more matches after this. So we're just gonna
Nice little Monday matinee,
Yeah.
kind of rolling through here.
Yep.
Keegan's doing a real nice job here, getting those toes dug into the mat, really driving forward pressure on those hands. So often you see, newer wrestlers, or even on the U side, these kids get stuck on their knees, get comfortable with their knees, trying to help balance themselves, but it takes a lot of the pressure off your opponent. So when you can get up on those toes and really dig those in, that increases that pressure tenfold. Both wrestlers here pummeling for position. We've got a collar tie. Don't like to hang out there because that hand's got to come off if you're going to shoot, so they kind of can anticipate that shot. Keegan shot from space there.
Yeah, I like the idea because Bubolt's a little bit high in his stance. Keegan's just got to drive and penetrate on that shot a little bit better.
Maybe mix a fake in there too, get him getting a little bit off balance. Got a stall warning here in green, backing out.
now he's going underhook.
Yeah. Like he's,
Hand fight for both wrestlers picking up here.
Yeah. Keegan did well with that early first period slide by. It kind of seems like he's favoring that again. But like you said, the Annandale stance is a little bit vertical. If he can get a good level change here, I think he can get in on those legs.
He's got to pummel in and go.
Yeah,
inside tie there.
Running out of time here in the second, down about 5 seconds. Kind of. Keegan leading this match 3-0 here as we go into the third. Picks down, see if he can get that escape to start building on that lead. Annandale working in like we've talked. Got that ankle locked up, using his feet, hook the ankle. Starting to elevate here and get him Keegan flat so he can work his cross face, work those cross body rides. Oh, Keegan reaching back, catching the head, getting that 2 reversal.
That was a great chain wrestle sequence there by Keegan.
Keegan with his own cross wrist. Keegan now with the 5-0 lead and a minute left in the third. He's going to keep that pressure on his opponent, make him work here to score. Keegan puts in a half here.
Yep.
Getting swipes, and I think that might do it. And it does. Nice fall there by Keegan.
Keegan dropping the hammer.
Yep. I see what you did there, Jeff.
I'll be here all week. Literally. I was waiting for that.
We got to get our dad jokes in somewhere, right?
If you don't like it, send me to broadcast school.
From ANML, we have Vander, and from Waconia, we have Jacob.
Jacob Moyer here, as Jeff commented on, one of his 2 younger sisters that are on our K6 dual team. He also has an older sister who wrestles in our girls program.
Yeah, the Moyers well represented across Waconia Wrestling. It's been great. Brian was, I'm sure, working his magic on the clipboard yesterday.
Yep, absolutely.
The cradle here to Lunchik. Oh, nice fight.
There we go.
Here for Moyer. He's got to attack those hands.
Yep. It's coming again. Fighting those hands, working those feet together. Not enough time. And it's first period fall.
It's going to be our...
I know this wrestler. It's Nolan Voss here. My middle son of 3.
I think this is Hardeen again. It's his 3rd match.
Oh, wow. He's coming out in the Fury. Nolan kind of in on a double, tried to shoot through the arms. He's got an inside cradle locked up. Annandale's slowly repositioning. Jones still fighting hard
Yeah,
here.
if you can get to his belly.
Yeah. Fight that lock somehow in the fall. Almost a minute worth of fighting off your back. It's
Did a good job. I think already a little bit of size on him.
I believe so.
But it's a fun duel, and kids all worked hard. It's really fun to be able to showcase these kids and see what kind of the future holds. And so Neil, appreciate you joining us tonight, and I'm sure we'll be doing something like this in the future. We probably will not be broadcasting on Wednesday at BSM, but I think we're gonna try to get a live going on Thursday at Wilmer. So
Sure.
Appreciate everyone tuning in. We will see you all next time, and go Wildcats.